Thank you very much. At this time, the chair recognizes Councilwoman Reynolds Brown, who will present a resolution recognizing La Chapeau Project with Steve Gargula and those accompanying him. Please join the Councilwoman at the podium. And joining the Councilwoman, we have Councilwoman Kiona Sanchez, Councilman Johnson, Councilman O, and Councilman Greenlee, and Councilman Dom, and Councilwoman Blackwell.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Welcome. And Councilman Green.
It's no secret that I love the arts. I love more the performing and theater arts because of the movement it provides. The fine arts require you to be able to create amazing images with your hands. And so while I can't do anything in the fine arts category, not anything, I have an amazing appreciation for those who've been gifted with the ability to take an intangible image in their head and reveal it on canvas for us all to enjoy. And with that, I'm recognizing La Chapeau Project and its artists on the occasion of their one-day art gallery showcasing international artists and challenging the negative narrative surrounding immigrants and individuals from Africa, Asia, and the Americas. Whereas, in January 2018, let's do a rewind, during a conversation in the Oval Office concerning immigration policy, President Trump balked at the prospect of allowing immigrants from some majority non-white nations to enter the United States, allegedly describing them as countries. The White House did not deny the veracity of the reports, and
whereas the founders of Le Chapeau Project, currently living in Morocco and Mexico, were among those who listened to the President's comments with dismay. The organization Le Chapeau Project was formally established in 2018 to democratize engagement with art. Curating one-day only art galleries around the world, Le Chapeau Project showcases contemporary artists from around the globe who would not be presented in typical galleries. After the President's remarks, they chose to use their first exhibit to challenge this negative characterization of non-white countries. Thus, the art exhibit was conceived, named after President Trump's now notorious remarks, and
whereas the exhibit is a one-day art gallery showcasing artists hailing from at least 15 countries, including Haiti, Mauritius, Mexico, Morocco, Rwanda, and Tunisia, as well as art from local Philadelphians. The exhibit will allow audience members to explore art from countries demeaned by President Trump like never before. Hear, hear, and.
Whereas the art exhibit will be experiential and feature many different types of media, including sculpture, paintings, performances, photography, and video. One room in the exhibit will be entirely dedicated to the life and work of renowned Tunisian documentary photographer Sophia Barakat, who passed away in July 2018. And
whereas Le Chapeau Project chose to hold the exhibition in Philadelphia as it is the city of brotherly love and sisterly effectiveness, as well as the first capital of the United States and the only UNESCO World Heritage City in the United States. People look to Philadelphia as representing American values, making the city the perfect place for the people to reaffirm that they will not stand for racism or xenophobia. And
whereas the art exhibit is further made possible by the generous participation of its diverse and talented roster of artists, including, I will say the first names so that I don't mess up their last, Wandulu from Rwanda, Bruno from Uganda, Ruth from Mexico, Dina from Morocco, Saria from Mauritius, Amy from Tunisia, Marimi from Morocco, Mara from Kenya, Celine from Algeria, Lorena from Mexico, Danielle from the United States, Sanib from Morocco, William from the United States, Fatima from Algeria, Sif from Tunisia, Vanny from Cambodia, Doris from Brazil, Murad from Tunisia, and Jason from Haiti.
Whereas the art exhibit will be on display at the Adrian Theater in Philadelphia on September the 28th from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. The gallery will be open to the public. No invitation is required and all invited to come as they are. Now for be it.
I'll repeat. The gallery will be open to the public. No invitation is required, and all are invited to come and support these artists. Resolved that the Council of the City of Philadelphia hereby recognizes the La Chapeau Project and its founders on the occasion of their one-day art gallery, showcasing international artists and challenging the negative narrative surrounding individuals from Africa, Asia, and the Americas. Further resolved that an engrossed copy of this resolution be presented to these artists as evidence of the sincere sentiments of this legislative body. Thank you for your craft. Congratulations.
And the chair recognizes Ms. Gargula for remarks.
Good. All right. This word, shitholes, I said it, captivated the world for a week in January, and it's absurd to think that someone would characterize nationalities, entire countries, entire populations in such a way. And so, of course, it was all the news headlines, it was protests. But instead of just complaining about it and making another Facebook post or meme about it, we decided, hey, there's an opportunity to do something about it and put together this art exhibition. So Le Chapeau Project, you can say it with me, that's a fun word, chapeau, chapeau. So chapeau means hats in French. And it's often used as an expression of saying kind of hats off. And so this is our opportunity to say hats off to these remarkable artists. So you heard the diversity of the countries that these artists come from. The type of art that's going to be on display tomorrow includes photography, painting, sculpture. There's performance art from 5:30 to 7 p.m. as well. So there'll be some live dancing and poetry, all kinds of really great things. So that'll all be on display tomorrow, Adrian Theater, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. 3 of the artists who are local were able to join us here today. And so they're just going to share a little bit about them. I want to also just say a thank you to Samantha Pearson for stewarding this process with the City Council. So, thank you.
Hello, the guys pushed me here first. Good morning. I'm Doris Nogueira Rogers. I moved to Philadelphia in '78, so I can tell you very briefly what a Holder does. From 79 through 99, I was a volunteer and worked for the wonderful organization Taller Puerto Riqueño in North Philadelphia. I also worked as a teaching artist for the Museum of Art from 92 through 99. Also an artist in residency for a great Brandywine Workshop in Archives right down the street. And I even got an award under Mayor Wilson Good as a Volunteer of the Year. And alongside with my work, which is mixed media on paper and prints, I always worked, since Philadelphia became my second home from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, worked with minorities in communities as an artist in residency. I shared my art and as a tool with kids, thousands of children in Philadelphia, in also Camden, and that's what I do as a Holder artist. Thank you.
My name is Vanny Chanel, Cambodian descent. My parents are Cambodian refugees, and I was born and raised in Long Beach, California. So my whole life, people told me because I was poor, because I was on welfare, that I wasn't going to amount to nothing. But with my work, that I'm trying to say that I'm more than that. I'm capable of more than that. What I'm trying to do with my work is I want to say that everybody here is capable of something great, something amazing. And don't let nobody tell you anything different from that. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is William Wallace. I'm a painter coming out of West Philly. These are actually all my pieces right here. I'm currently working as a teaching artist through the Eastern State Penitentiary Historical Site. I'm going to be in SCI Chester later today teaching a storytelling and animation course to incarcerated inmates, trying to get the stories from inside, outside, so we can really address our prison system. I guess as an art, how long have I been here? I've been in Philly for about 6 years, and as an artist moving from city to city is something that tends to follow you around, which is as you move somewhere and you try to build your practice in a neighborhood, you frequently find yourself being priced out of your own neighborhood. So I would like to address kind of the relationship between art and gentrification, and how do we break down this process so we can address issues in our communities without economically destabilizing our communities. But that aside, please come to the show.
And just last thing I want to share, there's some really great work happening right here in Philadelphia and in Pennsylvania. So tomorrow's exhibition, we're going to be accepting donations to support PIC, the Pennsylvania Immigration and Citizenship Coalition, as well as Juntos, who work right here in this community to support immigrants, to support refugees, and to support these big problems. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilor Biddies.